everyone? How are you doing? I love my background, which is HEB food and a lot of distilled water. Yes, I broke the glass on my natural, amazing distilled water. It's a glass holder. Well, actually, the water drips, it heats up, it cooks out all this nastiness, and then it drips into the glass. So, got that till I get another glass pitcher. That's the word. All right, let's talk about what I'm warning you guys about, which I've always warned you guys about. You guys know I'm doing this car stream here. I'm live, but you'll see me afterwards. Now, the problem is that dehydration is the scary thing on anything low carb. And listen to me well. Chronic dehydration is the problem. Now, people can talk about weight gain, weight loss, and thyroid, and having their progesterone drop. I'm just seeing how I look now. I know, it's so not fabulous. It's hot. Okay. I've been doing some videos lately on protein, and I feel like that is so much more important to understand. And electrolytes, so it's protein and electrolytes. Those things, you are going to have blood sugar swings if you're not adapting, if you don't eat enough fat. You're going to have super freaking crashes in the afternoon, reactive hypoglycemia, all this kind of stuff, waking up in the middle of the night, constipation, blah. But people are not talking about the issues with dehydration. Now, I know on carnivore people are suggesting like honey and fruit because fruit and carbs and sugar make you hold on to water, which then it makes it more easy to hold on to your electrolytes. And that's why these people are eating like honey. Otherwise, how dumb is that? It will completely block the ability to keto adapt, which is what you need to do. And honey and fruit do not restore enough glycogen. They can help with your electrolytes for the short term, but you might as well do low carb, high fat rather than trying to eat honey on carnivore. It just makes no sense. But let's talk about the problem that happens is kidney pain. And that's the thumbnail picture of the guys doing this. Now, I developed kidney pain not because of chronic dehydration, but because I was eating tons of spinach. You guys can check me out in my old videos where I'm like, spinach for potassium. Well, guess what that spinach for potassium did? It gave me crystals, kidney crystals. And the best way that I flush them out is by using distilled water. I know it's plastic, but until I get a new picture, we just gotta deal with it. Xenoestrogens. Distilled water I discovered distilled water. In fact, I just sort of was like, how am I gonna get rid of these crystals? Or how am I gonna get rid of, here's the next one, high uric acid levels. This happens to so many people who do keto or carnivore on a high protein diet for a very long time. The other gurus don't talk about this kind of stuff. Why? I don't know. I guess it doesn't make money in their mind. I don't know. But a lot of people become chronically dehydrated. They'll go and do like keto chow or some stupid electrolyte where like everything is mixed inside. Like you've got like potassium, magnesium, and they use a lot of chlorides, which are cheaper and more cost-effective ways for the company to put out electrolytes, but really harsh on the kidneys, which is the irony is that you're dehydrated, you're using chlorides, and then the kidneys get underburdened even more so. So what do you need to do? You need to get your sodium, potassium, magnesium, and water on point. Now, you'd add calcium for those women who are going through premenopause, postmenopause, if they feel like they're having extreme menopausal symptoms, because without enough estrogen, you can't get that calcium in the bones very easily. That's why women develop osteoporosis. I digress. So here's the thing. You can get calcium from eggshells and fish bones, legit. You can get potassium from meat, from meat, sea. You can get it from a little bit from cruciferous vegetables, a lot from avocado, and forget about the spinach. Because if you're having chronic dehydration, then you're eating spinach. That's how you form the stones, which is what happened to me. Not good. Basically, when you're eating meat, people are like, oh, red meat is bad. Red meat is not bad. Red meat becomes a problem for those who have issues digesting the meat. They've got low stomach acid. They don't have the peptides and protease to break it down. Or they have high uric acid coming from the purines. So uric acid is a byproduct that comes from meat. People don't understand. They're like, red meat. I'm like, no, a lot of meat. Some fish, sardines are high in purines. You know, it's not just cows. So people are like, oh, you get gout from just red meat. Now, that's not all. It's other meats that have high in purines as well. It's teaching your body to clear out the uric acid buildup from the purines, right? Purines are protein byproducts, and uric acid is what is formed from the purines, and then you guys, it gets stuck and starts forming crystals in your kidneys, especially on low carb diets, because people do not manage their electrolytes. They try to cheat their way into like keto chow and stupid electrolyte products that aren't doing the job. They don't drink enough water, and you are at risk to build up either uric acid crystals, or dare I say oxalate if you're doing bone marrow, chocolate, spinach, those types of things. So what gets rid of these crystals? Lemon water, apple cider vinegar, distilled waters are really great to flush. You don't have to drink it all the time. But if you went a week on distilled water to flush out the system while drinking mineral water, you're drinking it. So you're drinking mineral water, you're getting in your other minerals, sodium, potassium, and magnesium, and then also, and you just need a week of just flush out those kidneys. Because a lot of people develop kidney pain because you basically dry out. And then when you eat a lot of meat, which a lot of people do, they start to develop crystals. And people will literally push high protein, be building crystals in their kidneys, and not notice it until they start developing the pain. And that's why a lot of people like push stuff, because they haven't had the reaction to it yet. And then later they're like, oh shite, you know. But then already everybody's following this bad advice. Uric acid can build up into crystals. It can hurt the kidneys. Kidneys are right above. They're like right to mid upper back. You have one on each side. Right? They're about that big. Right here. Adrenals sit above them. And you can have pain on one side or both sides. And they can switch sides. Yeah. Drink water. Don't drink too much water, because that can be a problem too with being the cells won't like to hold on to water when you're drinking gallons of it. But with that said, a lot of people have gout and they think they can't do keto. I'm like, it's about high fat, not high protein, people. It's not about high protein. I already did a video like 2 days ago about high protein. I'll continue to talk about high protein, but for now I need to get back to my fur babies who are vegans. My fur baby husband child's a vegan, and I can't get him to eat meat. But he doesn't eat spinach, so we don't have to worry about the oxalates. Or he doesn't eat chocolate either. Alright guys, if you want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. I have a course where I go through all of this stuff in detail. How to do low carb, high fat, how to do keto omnivore or carnivore without developing these problems with people eating 2 pounds of beef and developing problems with their kidneys. Most of my carnivore clients who've done it for a while either develop the loose stool, right? The diarrhea from too much protein. Too much protein can create diarrhea. It's not the gallbladder. If you have no problem with your gallbladder, it's not protein, is not giving you the gallbladder runs. Yes. You could also book a consultation through stephanieperson.com. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic, and my Facebook is Stephanie the Business Person. All right, now it's time for me to go. It's like 100 degrees here, and I'm tired of doing streams from the Walmart. And I've got to find a glass pitcher so I can start making my own distilled water again, because I don't trust the water anymore. And you shouldn't either. In fact, you shouldn't trust almost anything. That could include me. But you could take my information, then do your own research, and then come up to your own conclusions. Oh, by the way, it's so funny in my comment section, people trying to like test me with the whole fasting thing. It's pretty funny. This guy's like, oh, believe it or not, organ meats, liver and thymus are impurines. I didn't realize that, but they are. Not that you can't do it, but you have to make sure you flush the kidneys, that you got your minerals in, so you can eat these amazing organ meats that give you life. Yes. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook is Stephanie the Business Person. My website is stephanieperson.com. And I'm tired of sitting in this car, and I'm out. Peace. Energy, energy, energy. At almost 55, 15 years strict, and I'm out. Bye, guys.